Why are we meeting here after hours in the dark?
In Florida.
Sounds like a bad horror movie.
I mean, I'm gonna be the first one they find with this white skin.
Can someone please turn on the lights?
Very funny, guys, but this is serious business. I brought you all here after hours because I didn't want this conversation to be had during school time. Thank you for your patience, staff, but first and foremost, as you know, I am your principal, and I'm here to protect you, the true heroes of America. You guys hand out the work to the 2,500 students in our school in Florida.
This already sounds bad.
I'm not here to argue politics or debate whether or not our governor is right in the footsteps he has chosen to take, but I am here to keep you out of jail.
Jail? What are you saying?
I can't go to jail. I have a field trip next week.
Well, that's one field trip the kids will remember.
That is not funny, Mr. Taylor.
Actually, it was pretty funny.
Come on, guys, seriously. Yesterday, House Bill 1447 has passed a law that bars pornography in the classroom.
Because of course we need a law for that.
But that's not it. There's also a law that bars age-inappropriate books as well.
What does that mean? Who determines what is age inappropriate? That sounds a bit subjective, don't you think?
Well, that's where the issue comes in. It seems the state of Florida has set up county-wide committees to go ahead and make a list on which books are age inappropriate and which books aren't, and where to be placed, if at all.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. We just make sure that our books fall in line with the outline standards.
The following titles, such as these, or covering the same subject matter, should be removed from the classroom immediately. Titles such as these, like the Bearstein Bears.
Wait, what? The Bears Sing Bears? Like the ones my nephew reads? What are the bears into now? Twerking?
The following autobiographies about Henry Aaron, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Malala, and Celia Cruz.
Is this for real?
Okay, now I'm scared.
A preponderance of books about non-white children and families, and those dealing with sexual themes, weirdly. Also dealing with ethnic food groups. Dim sum for everyone. Dumpling soup and fried bread is a Native American family story that should be removed from the classrooms.
I tell you, dim sum does sound kind of inappropriate.
Oh, Charles Taylor, how could you make jokes at a time like this? It feels like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
You'll have to explain that in reference for the millennials, Mrs. Howard.
That's not the end of it. Teachers whose classrooms are found with the books that violate the bill are at risk of facing a $5,000 fine,
Are you
going
serious?
to jail for 5 years on a felony charge as well.
This is crazy. What? This is outrageous, insane. Can they do this?
They did, and they have.
Look, guys, maybe it's not the end of the world.
Here we go. The comedian's giving us pep talk.
Are you drunk? This is the end of education as we know it.
You don't think you're being a little bit dramatic?
You don't think 5 years in prison is worthy of a reaction?
Look, I get it. If you don't teach those books, you won't go to jail. Look, I'm not a DeSantis fan either, but I don't want my kids being raised in a world where they're constantly dealing with the guilt from the past. Guilt for actions that didn't have nothing to do with them. The constant reminder may be triggering.
If your kids are triggered by the truth, that's a problem. No one has any problem teaching the Holocaust. We don't stop learning about World War II because Japanese and German people might be triggered. That is pure foolishness. It's America's history. We aren't only here to teach the good parts.
I believe that part of our jobs as educators is to promote and foster pride in being America. There should be value in that.
So you're saying that you can't find any value in America's story? America's story is one of overcoming, not just against the British, but against ideals such as racism, fascism, and ignorance.
Look, I'm all for the truth, but you people...
You people? See, I told you, just wait long enough. The redneck's gonna show himself.
I mean, some people spend so much time talking about race and racism. I'm kind of all over it.
Well, you know what? We would like to be over it too, but we can't be because we live in America and racism is woven into the fabric of this country.
Look,
The very system we work in was fueled by brutality and built on the backs of black and brown people who placing us at the very bottom of society. And you just want us to pretend like we just ended up here? You and people like you are the problem, Charles.
Calm down, Barbara. Ain't no point of getting hostile.
Don't tell me to calm down, and it's Miss Howard to you. This is nothing but a concerted effort to whitewash history and silence our voices. And it looks like it's going to work.
How will they know what books are in our libraries? Are they going to do checks?
Well, a hotline has been established for the parents who believe that their child's teacher has violated the bill. This has very serious implications for all of us.
This is like a dystopian novel. I can't believe this is happening.
I brought you all out here because we all have some serious soul searching to do. Have to ask ourselves, is this a system that we want to work in? For many of us, it will be hard to teach against our conscience, especially when every word we say will be tracked for any sort of violation.
What choice do we have? I have 10 more years until I retire. I can't afford to be looking for another job.
Those are the questions you need to ask yourselves.
Guys, in all seriousness, I think this is where the world is heading. I love all of you here, but you know that I do. But believe in what I said. We need to move forward.
He just won't hear us.
What an idiot.
Oh my God.
On a brighter note, DeSantis won't be governor forever. He announced last week he's running for president. This is a silver outline to this black cloud.
My lord!
Is he serious?
Oh no. Good night, Charles. I'm sure I'll see you on Monday morning.
Alrighty.
Woo!